Hello, sister, and welcome to the Art of Spiritual Living online retreat. My name is Elizabeth Foley. I am an artist and a creative catalyst. I help women get over their creative blocks and get in touch with their creative spirit. We are joined today by Lainie Love Dalby, who is going to be sharing with us ways that we can connect to our power as women while exploring our connection to our ancestors. I'm excited to dive into her work today, but before we get started, as usual, I want to take a moment to just tune inward so we can all get present here together. So I am going to invite you to just close your eyes with me for a moment and just let your attention settle on your breath. Just noticing your breath as it's passing in and out of your body. Noticing your chest as it's rising and falling. And now noticing anything that's come before this moment, anything that's keeping you from being fully present. Let's take a deep breath in together. And as we exhale, just let that go. And now noticing anything that's coming in the future, anything that's pulling you ahead of this moment, anything on your to-do list. Let's take a deep breath in together. And as we exhale, just let that go. Now let's take one last deep breath together, just bringing ourselves fully into this moment. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, just right here, right now. I'm going to invite you to open your eyes now. For today's reading, we are going to share something a little different. Since with Lainie today, we are going to be working on creating our own oracle cards. I thought it would be fun to draw an oracle card. So we're going to do a virtual draw here. This is from Doreen Virtue's Goddess Guidance deck. I'm not looking at the back. What did we get? We got Mott, Fairness. Oh, can we see it? All right. So let's see what the book has to say about that. It's a really beautiful image. I'll hold it up again so that y'all can see it. So it says, the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. Let me suggest another definition for fairness. It's when all parties involved surrender their personal agendas in favor of the greater good for the entirety of the group. This requires trust in the wisdom of the whole. When it comes to matters of disputes, the attacks are based on fears that you may not receive your share. Yet attacks amplify the hurt and the pain that caused the dispute in the first place. Why not surrender your attachment to a specific outcome and instead direct your holy will toward the resolution of the argument? Hold a firm vision of a peaceful outcome and let the pieces fall into place in a harmonious manner. And then to tell you a little bit about Mott. Mott is an Egyptian goddess of integrity, fairness, and justice who holds a scale that measures souls against a feather at the time of death to detect any heaviness from guilt. Mott protects us in business and personal relationships, ensuring that we're treated fairly and honorably. Call upon her before signing a contract, during a dispute, or whenever you feel guilty or remorseful. That was interesting reading for today.
Definitely powerful. I have a lot of connection to the Egyptian spiritual lineage. So
Awesome. I'm curious to hear from everyone participating too, how that resonated with them, because there's, drawing one card for thousands of people, it's always really interesting. So I'm excited to tell you more about Lainie today. So Lainie Love Dalby describes herself as a misfit minister, an embodied leadership mentor, and an overall transformation catalyst. Ooh. She is on a mission to free human spirits that have been oppressed and devalued to sparkle shamelessly and step into their authentic power, especially women, girls, and the LGBTQIA community. She is passionate about dismantling old systems, ideas, and ways of being that promote separateness and limit our full evolutionary potential, and about ending the violence we perpetuate against each other and our own bodies by reminding us of our inherent divinity within, and helping to bring the sacred feminine back into balance in our own lives and the world. Like a modern-day medicine woman, Lainie's ultimate goal is to help us feel more comfortable in our own skin and remember who we truly are and why we're here at this most powerful time in human history by unleashing our bold creativity, innate wildness, and fierce feminine courage. Welcome, Lainie. It's so great to have you here.
Oh, thank you so much, sister. I'm so honored to be here with all of you today.
So before we dive into the practice that you're going to share with us today, I would love to just know a little bit more about you and what spirituality means to you.
That's a big question. I mean, considering, we're really talking about spiritual living here. I mean, for me, it's really being an ambassador of the sacred in the world and really walking the path of love in action as a heart warrior. So I'm the founder of the Sacred Revolution, which is essentially a return to love and reverence for self, other, our planet, and the great web of all life. It's really about coming home to the body and to the earth and to all sentient beings and really the heart of what matters most, which is why that card from Mott was so wonderful as a draw, because she really weighs the heart with that of a feather. And, really including this one wild and precious life that we've been given. And how are we really going to take advantage of that in this lifetime and live into our full power and sovereignty? And I actually just had a book come out, a new Feminine Evolutionary Series book on Friday. And there was a passage that I felt so perfectly addresses this. And I'd love to read it to you. And my art is also on the cover of this book, so it's very tied into this whole summit.
Awesome.
So I deeply believe that each and every one of us matters and that we're here to do something that matters. We have a responsibility to live into our revolutionary potential for the good of all. We must each add our unique stroke to the collective masterpiece, or else it will be lost forever. Like cells in the body, we each have a divine assignment to serve the greater functioning of the whole body of humanity. We are the vision carriers of this new world that we want to see, in which basic human rights and dignity are universally respected and upheld. We have the opportunity now to be embodied leaders, helping to heal the world with purity of heart and intention, staying true to our authentic essence. This is at the core of all that I do, for we are walking stardust. Every single living being, regardless of race or class or nationality, religion or species, it's our true nature to shine. Shining together, there is an interconnected constellation of us, just like the stars shining brightly in the night sky, flooding the house of humanity with light. Each a cosmic and radiant node in our interconnected web of all life. And that's really my life's work, to help us do just this, to sparkle shamelessly. It's allowing our spiritual magnificence to come forth, our soul essence, the reality and raw truth of who we are. It's our unique soul sparkle and medicine that only we can bring to this world. To sparkle shamelessly is to be lit up and turned on and blazing true. It's feeling our full life force energy and being filled with aliveness. It's being wholly merged with the holiness of our true essence. It's the full embodiment of our authentic radiance. It's remembering who we truly are and claiming our worth. Standing in our highest power and artistry, serving life. It's knowing that we are enough, just as we are, and that we are whole and sovereign. So that's the passage from the book. And, this is really what spiritual living means to me. Being in our fullness, participating fully in life, in the great web of all life, and serving life in all we do, acting on behalf of the greater good. And, part of why I wanted to bring in the ancestors today is because in this critical time of mass destruction of our Mother Earth, and also this uprising of women that we're seeing into their power, it's really essential for us to connect back to our roots, to our ancient lineage and to our indigenous ancestors who are engaged in these earth honoring traditions? And how can we modernize those and bring those in a way that can really serve us moving forward into this brave new world that is upon us?
That was beautiful. I love that piece you said about add your unique stroke to the divine masterpiece. That's cool. So tell us, like, in your day-to-day life, what does your spiritual practice look like?
Well, for me, the idea of a regular spiritual practice is really to help us remember who we are and to stay close to our essence. So to sparkle shamelessly. And, for me, I really, sedentary sort of meditation, those sort of practices, they never really worked for me, unfortunately. And so I've established my own sort of unique mix that's merging embodied movement and visualization and scent and sound and drumming and prayer to really help me maintain this inner sustainable burn of the sacred flame within my heart. And so for me, that's really what it's about, is how do I show up each day in sustainable burn, continuing on the journey, walking the path of love and action in a way that allows me to show up fully in each moment. And sometimes I need a little extra practice depending what's going on in the 3D, middle world reality. Sometimes I'll bring in energy healers, shamanic journeys with my different power animals, Reiki, healing, yoga nidra, crystal medicine is a really big one for me. So all of these help me to stay grounded and focused and really in deep devotion to what is calling me and to my sacred work in the world. And I also teach a movement form called Koya, which you may be familiar with, that is based on this idea that through movement we remember. And we remember that our essence is wise, wild, and free. So that's also a really big part of my personal journey and the work that I do with other women.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I read something on your website that said, let's see, you teach people how to own their own sacredness. I would love for you to share with us, what does that look like? How do you teach people to own their own sacredness?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the work I do, I create these alchemical containers of transformation, which sort of looks like sacred circles and immersion experiences. And they're really designed to help you spiral into yourself so that you can truly remember who you are and why you came. Because I really believe that we're here at this most powerful time in human history. And we must ask why. It was even inscribed on the entrance to the ancient temple at Delphi, know yourself. What does it really mean to truly know who you are and why you're here? And I really believe that we're all divine. We're all reflections of the great creator. And we all possess this infinite power and potential. And most of us are barely even using 10% of our capacities. But when we begin to remember that we are sacred, that our bodies are holy temples, we can start to live more fully into our revolutionary potential. And, the unfortunate thing is that there tends to be a lot in the way of this, of us owning our full sacredness and power and sovereignty. So a lot of the work we do in these alchemical containers is deep healing work and clearing and truth telling and really transmuting what no longer serves in the fierce feminine flames. So that's definitely a big focus of how that is accomplished, is getting rid of all the shit that is in the way, that is keeping us from that full transmission of who we are and what we're meant to bring. And in that, I weave in this mixture of depth inquiry and shamanic healing, again, embodied movement practices, ancient women's mysteries, ritual, ceremony, and more that really helps to create this dance, which some people have referred to as sort of a magic carpet ride. And in essence, you come as you are and you leave having birthed more of yourself into being.
I love that. And I know you've got something planned today that's going to weave a lot of those things into our experience today. So I would love for you to kind of give everybody a little taste of what we're going to be doing, and we can dive right in.
Yeah, absolutely. So I already started setting the field of our sacred container before everyone arrived. And, I'd say the first thing about our experience today is that we're going to be connecting into our medicine bowl. And that's our womb space, and it's our power center where we create and give birth to new life, whether it's babies or actually businesses or artworks, whatever it is the dark space, the black void of creation. And really, you know, in embodied practices, connecting in and creating a powerful line of communication with our womb space is such a powerful gesture, because it is where all of creation is birthed. And from there, we're really going to be contacting the ancestors for their support and calling them in, because we are their wildest dreams. And they really want to see us thrive in this time. And I know especially I've been receiving a great deal of ancestral transmissions from my Celtic and Druidic lines and my Iceni warrior women heritage, as well as the goddess worshipers. They've really been very present in my journey, helping me to really stand fully in my sacred work in the world and who I'm meant to become. And then from there, we're moving into doing expressive arts. And I love weaving expressive arts into my circles and experiences. And we're going to be creating oracle cards. And the thing I love about divination decks is that it just helps to reaffirm our actual experience that we're having in life. And oracle cards and creating our own is a way for us to create our own documentation, our own record of what is present for us right now. What is moving in our lives? What is stirring in our wombs? What is yearning to be birthed and created through us? And it's a way for us to document that, almost like journaling. I also feel journaling is very important. But when we bring in the realm of imagery, you know, it allows this whole other secret language of the soul to come in. And this secret language of the soul helps to lure us back to wholeness and who we truly are. And it sort of acts as this, you know, utilizing creativity as a devotional act that helps to bring us closer to the divine and the great all that is. And so I just feel that it's such a powerful way to see what wants to come in, what colors, what shapes, what symbols, what textures. And those have all these other deeper layers of meaning and implication beyond words, because words can't always express what is moving for us. Sometimes it's too great for words, it's too deep, it's too profound. And so imagery and expressive arts can really help to bring that forward. And the beautiful thing about it is that you don't need to be an artist. Anybody can do it. It's not about what it looks like. It's about how it feels. It's about the transmission that comes through. And really knowing that there is no way that you can do it wrong. There's no way that you can do it wrong. It's not about creating some, you know, finished product like in our patriarchal paradigm world, where it's like, if you're not creating something that is producing an end result, then it's not worthy. And that's not what this is about. It's the archaeological process of going within ourselves and reaching into our depths and seeing what wants to come forward and recreating ourselves, each creative gesture or stroke or symbol that wants to come forward. And then lastly, I'd say a part of it, I really love creating chants, since sounding is such a big part of my work. So I'm going to be offering some drumming and an original chant that I wrote, and also reading one of my favorite poems by a beloved author, Lucy Pierce. And I'm so excited to share her work with you as well as part of this transmission, because it's just a really powerful portal to where we're going to enter today.
Awesome. I'm so excited to dive in. I've got some cards ready. I got my favorite markers ready to go. I'm excited.
Beautiful. So I would love to invite you, beloveds, to close your eyes and to come into a comfortable position for you at this time. And that could be seated, it could be standing in a power stance, it could be laying on the floor. Really, whatever feels good in your body is what I want to encourage during this whole process, knowing that this is for you. It's all for you, and it's all an invitation. Nothing is required. So feel into what is right for you in your body. And I invite you now to just begin to deepen and slow down the breath, coming in to your body more and more with each deepening. Beginning to feel Mother Earth beneath you, holding you, cradling you, supporting you in this moment. With each breath, allowing your nervous system to slow down even more, arriving here, right now. Centering into your body. I invite you to place one hand on your heart, if that feels good, and one hand on your womb. And on your next in-breath, drawing energy up from Mother Earth into your body, into your heart, into your womb space. Continuing this rhythmic, deep breathing as I begin to chant, just allowing this to wash over you, beloved. You are ancient, you are wise, you are wild and free like the stars. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. You are ancient. You are wise. You are wild and free like the stars. Remember why you came. Remember why you came. You are ancient. You are wise. You are wild and free like the stars. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. Calling burning women, a lost archetype of the feminine. This is a call to the powerful woman, the crazy woman, the mad one, the witch, the hag, the creative woman, the dancer, the poet, the artist, the sexual woman, the strident woman, the playful trickster, the passionate woman, the wild mother, she who follows her own spirit. She who dares to put herself first, who shouts in the face of authority and follows her heart, not their God. She who dares to give voice to what is inside her, who shakes things up and burns them down. She who quakes with rage and roils with laughter, who moans with pleasure and wants more. She for whom every piece of life needs to have the marrow of its bones sucked, who dances naked and eats with her fingers. She who stamps and says no. She who stands in the doorway and will not let them in. She who opens her legs and dives into her juices with delight. She who dares. She who does what they say cannot and must not be done. She who tries and fails. She who does it her way. She who longs to walk topless in the sunshine and dance naked in the moonlight. It is for her and all of us who long to be more like her wherever on the path we may be. We who have sniffed the smoke as she walked past our door one hot summer afternoon and thought, I long to burn, but I mustn't. I'm too afraid, too old, too young, too busy. I don't know how. I'd lose my job. My husband would divorce me. My mother would disown me. My friends would laugh. Our time has come. After millennia of hiding in the shadows, afraid of the smoke, afraid that our bodies and souls will be put on the pyre if we dare to show the glory within us. Our time has come to embody our burning, to step out in our magnificence. Burning women, arise! These are burning times, and they call for burning women. Women embodied in their passion, women feeling in their bodies, creative women, courageous women. Gather the women, gather the men. Let burning women and burning men come together in ecstatic creative partnership. Whether we are called to be mothers in this lifetime or not, all of us, burning women, are being called to help birth a new world by birthing ourselves. We sense it in our bones, feel the contractions in our bellies. It is our time. Our birth into our power is moving apace with the planetary birthing. At times, the sheer intensity of the process inside and out can feel deeply overwhelming. There are massive energies pulsing through us all right now. Something big, unnameable is moving through us all. A new consciousness which is still nameless and formless. Burning women are the hearts and souls of revolution, inner and outer. We burn for change. We dance in the fire of the old, all while visioning and weaving the new. The time is now. The air is thick with change. A collective roar is rising internally, ready to break through the old shell. Arise, burning woman. Your time is now. The beloved poem by our sister, Lucy Pierce. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that transmission. Just breathe that in, sisters. Feel your own inner fire percolating now within. Notice where you feel those words most in your body. Allow yourself to be curious. And as we move in to our visualization, I invite you to place both hands on your belly now, over your womb space. Whether it's a physical womb or just an energetic womb, that same power is there. And I invite you to begin to breathe into your womb space, in through your yoni, up into this primordial gateway of life. Bring that fire of life force energy through your breath into your womb. Allowing that burning woman fire to concentrate there. Filling this energetic space, this medicine bowl with your love and bright, white, fiery light. Knowing the womb is a place to create and give birth to new life. Whether it's a human child, a creative project, a new venture, whatever that may be. It houses the power of our badassery, our creativity, our primal intuition and power, our abilities to co-create and bring things into manifestation in the world. It is a fierce power portal filled with this primal life source energy, your direct line to source. Feel this energy now as you connect to your room. If you're standing, you may want to move and sway, really feeling the energy of this space from front to back. And considering the profound thought that you came through your mother's yoni, and she came through your grandmother's yoni, and she came through your great-grandmother's yoni, continuing on down the line of your matriarchal lineage. Feeling all of that female power, the ancient connection to the healers, the midwives, those who tended the earth, who knew of herbs, who knew how to connect with the land and their bodies. Feel this powerful lineage standing behind you now. Your mother, your mother's mother, and beyond. Knowing that they are here with you now. Sharing their unconditional love with you. Feeling any places of pain that there may be in your lineage. Knowing that you can help heal that in this lifetime if you choose. I invite you to see their palms outstretched towards you now. Feeling their energy being directed towards you and your womb. Sending love and blessing this energetic space within you to create and give birth to new life. Feeling your body warming with that energy, with their blessings. Feeling them envelop you fully. Knowing they are here now, cheering you on. Yearning for you to live into your revolutionary potential for the good. You are here at this most powerful time in human history because of them, because of their sacrifices. Taking a moment to bow in gratitude to your lineage, thanking them deeply. Knowing that they are always available to you for guidance and support on this journey. All you must do is call on them, for they want to help. Now I invite you to open yourself to receive wisdom and guidance from this power center within, and anything that your ancestors may want to transmit to you now. What yearns to be birthed through you out into this brave new world, sister? That which can only come through you. That which will honor all those that came before you. Seeing now anything that wishes to come through. Trying not to judge anything that may arise. Just being a curious witness. What inner and outer revolution is calling you? What changes need to be made for you to step into your full power and potential at this time? And continuing to just notice what is arising from your inner depths now, from your womb space. Holding anything in your heart that has come up for you. As we take a moment again to honor and thank our ancestors who've come to bless us. Giving another bow if that feels good, in deep gratitude and honoring. Knowing that you can call on them anytime again to be with you, to journey with you at this time. And I invite you to slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you feel ready to open your eyes, to come back into our space as we're going to be moving into our oracle card creation and really expressing on paper anything that came through for you. Even if it doesn't feel like an oracle card, that's okay too. But really allowing whatever transmissions you receive to come through. And even if nothing came, that's great too, because then you have a blank canvas to continue to create with in the future. So the invitation here is really to just allow the symbols, images, colors to come forward onto the paper, any words, any phrases. And remember, there's no way you can do this wrong. It's not about what it looks like. It's about how it feels. So really allow yourself to be free and wild. It's really all about the energy that it carries. So I'm going to play some music, and I also will show you a little bit of a sample for those who might want an idea. This is one that I created in the past, and there's also some information on the back. And so this is another one, just an idea, and you can laminate it afterwards at Staples or any home goods store, and I'll let you create for now. So I'm going to turn the music back up and just allow the transmissions to pour forward without judgment. And if your inner critic comes up, send him for a cocktail in the Bahamas. And if you fill one piece of paper, feel free to go on to another one. You can make as many cards as you desire. Even a whole deck. And remember, it may not make sense, and that's okay. Taking about another minute to finish up whatever may have come through for you. Knowing that you can revisit this. And of course, if you still would like more time to work on your card, you could press pause on the video until you feel complete. And then return to join us for our closing as well. So it's another option. But I would love to see your creations. I know we both would, and anything that came forward for you if you feel like you'd like to have it witnessed and you'd like to share it with anybody. We would definitely love that. And again, you can absolutely keep creating. After I did my first Oracle card years ago, I ended up keeping going. Now I have many, many different decks. So it's a fun journey to go on and can really help to not only document our journey, but help to know that we have all the wisdom we need within us. And it helps to remind us of that. And we can tap into our own wisdom instead of seeking external wisdom when we need it from our own oracle cards as well. So I just want to thank you all for going through that process. It was a delight to be able to hold space for all of you in your creations, in what is yearning to be birthed through you, in holding space with your ancestors who so powerfully arrived and encircled us. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lainie. That was really wonderful.
Oh, I can't. Oh, yes, I can hear you now. There we go.
That was really wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I'll share with you one of my cards.
Oh, beautiful.
This one.
That's
sacred. And then I've got one I'm still working on here.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with you. I am excited to see what everybody else created too. So encouraging everyone to pop on over into the Facebook group and share your cards, and remembering that it doesn't have to be perfect, that whatever you created is beautiful and wonderful, and we want to see it. Yeah, mine's got like crooked legs and I'm supposed to be an artist, so share yours. Yeah, that was really delicious and yummy. I really enjoyed that. What a great way to tune in and then, tap into that your own inner wisdom. Before we sign off for today, one last thing I would love for you to share with everyone is, I know you have a free gift, and I would love for you to just tell us a little bit about that.
So this morning, it came to me actually that I wanted to offer a special virtual ceremony, a full moon in Pisces ceremony on August 28th. And it'll be from 2 p.m. to 3:30 Eastern Standard Time, and that will enable people on the East Coast, West Coast, and in Europe to be able to hopefully participate. And if you can't be in person, also it will be possible to receive the recording and the transmission that way. And my moon is in Pisces, so Pisces is really powerful energy for me, and it's going to be a bit of a heart warrior activation, the ceremony, and really feeling into that. The archetype of Pisces is very much the selfless servant, the bodhisattva heart energy in the world. And I know that we need a lot more of that. So it will really be to help bring and raise that energy and to manifest it out into the world and what that really looks like.
Awesome. Ooh, that's exciting. My moon is also in Pisces.
Oh, amazing.
So that's cool. I'm excited. That makes me want to show up even more. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for being with us today, Lainie. I really enjoyed that. And thank you to each of you for joining us today as well. Can't wait to see what you've created and to see you at the full moon transmission on August 28th as well. So be sure to sign up for that. The link is right below. And yeah, blessings to you all.
Thank you so much, beloveds. It's been such a deep honor to be with you. Bye for now.